Greetings, everyone. As you check in, send me a comment or a like so I know that you can hear me and that I am live. Let's see here. I'm just going to check the page.
Okay, I did get the notification for your Facebook. What about
Okay.
YouTube?
All right, Facebook, we're live. Welcome, Facebook.
Yay!
Yay. And I got Shevann, the beautiful Shevann Hill, with me today. Also known as Blueray ATF. Thank you for joining us. She will be speaking in a moment. We'll be discussing ascension and meditation to hold space for those who need it today. I'm just checking into my YouTube channel. Thank you for your patience.
Yes, we are definitely first timers with trying to streaming to YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
Yes, and we're on a live chat through Zoom, so this is new for us. Okay. I didn't receive the YouTube notification, so if anyone on YouTube could just let me know that I am live right now, that would be helpful.
Oh,
She'll
sorry.
be speaking in a moment. Okay.
Okay, I do see it on Facebook, still not seeing it on YouTube.
Okay. Let me... Well, as I'm figuring this out, I'm going to pass the mic over to Shevann. If you'd like to introduce yourself and let us know who you are and what you do and your beautiful role here as one of the members of assigned teams to help transition the collective in the ascension. Thank you, Shevann.
Thank you, Sister Rose. So yes, my name is Shevann. I do go by Blueray ATF. I have been asked multiple times what does the ATF stand for. Initially, it was Andromedan Twin Flame, but it can also stand for Angelic Task Force. And yes, we are one of the groups that have been designated as an Ascension team or an Ascension Task Force as well. I am considered an Illumined Blu-ray Twin Flame. Illumined just meaning you're aware of yourself. You are connected and integrated with your higher self, connecting into the Oversoul, restoring memories that are held within our DNA and held for us by our higher selves, which is our true self. And I love the discussion we're going to have today because sovereignty is actually the number one directive of ascension, which sovereignty is basically connecting to your higher self, remembering who you are, unlocking keys and codes within yourself, healing trauma, releasing old limiting belief systems, integrating that higher self into your body, and reclaiming total mastery over your own energy. Over your own energy is what sovereignty is. No one else has authority over you. However, in this limited experience, we have basically been limited intentionally, which does assist with our soul growth. However, the limitation has played out for far too long on Earth in this dimension, which we refer to as the third dimension. So yes, we're going to be discussing that, sovereignty and empowerment. And empowerment is really a Blu-ray directive. Like if you are emanating from that Blu-ray, it is all about empowering yourself to empower others by example and assisting them to understanding their true nature, to remembering their true nature, to empowering themselves, even though this is a limited, restrictive reality. And it's basically to experience yourself as a sovereign creator being operating outside of this control matrix. And how do you do that? Integrating more light. As you integrate more light, you dispel or transmute the darkness, the trauma, the limitations, interference into your energy. So we're really going to get into that today. So
Thank you. Thank you, Shevann. So for those who are tuning in on YouTube, I have a slight delay. I am trying to figure out the YouTube streaming. So I'm figuring that out, I'd like for Shevann, I would like for you to discuss a little bit more about your recent aura sessions, and if you could explain to us what you do as an aura practitioner and in your healing services, that would be so appreciated, because there's some beautiful messages that are coming through from higher realms that are allowing us to come into clarity and understanding our connection to our own higher selves. So yes, could you explain a little bit of that for us, Shevann?
absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you.
You were cutting out a little bit, so just
Okay.
letting you know, but I did understand everything you said.
Okay, thank you.
Um, so basically, a lot of us, basically the soul groups and the soul tribes, which we are part of a bird tribe, are uniting. And that's one of the ways that Rose and I met. And one of our first connections as we continue to conversate with each other. I actually had an angelic universal regression alchemy session with our sister Rose. And these sessions are basically helping you to connect directly. It's basically creating the energetic space to allow the higher self to come forward free of restriction. So yes, can you communicate with your higher self within yourself? Yes. But when you create an energetic space, when someone else is holding space for you, it just creates that energetic direct, it's pretty much like a direct communication with the higher self, other multidimensional, interdimensional beings, even the oversouls, angelics. A lot of times we'll get assistance from archangels, which are our angelic and brothers and sisters. It is important to understand when communicating with other beings, even though we refer to them as higher dimensional, that does not mean that they are more important than you, more loved than you, more honored than you, or anything of that nature. But because they are maintaining a higher frequency, they do remember actually more of who you are, because we came and it was a decision to come all the way down to the third dimension, understanding that we would not remember a lot of things. We really incarnated into a simulation without our memories. And so that process of healing and integrating with the higher self and allowing the higher self to communicate and help you remember is very important, especially as we begin to understand that we've incarnated multiple times, which is why it's called angelic universal regression alchemy. And the regression part is really where you can travel to, communicate, remember multiple timelines, past lives, even future lives, lives on other planets. Your higher self will literally take you and show you or provide messages from any aspect of your existence that is beneficial for your healing. So beneficial for you to remember in order to do your mission here. If you need to heal past aspects of yourself. One thing I have noticed with this type of modality in the way that we do it, connecting with our higher selves, they really try to limit the trauma, because it's all about healing the trauma. It's all about healing the trauma, doing it in a safe space. We really don't do too much. I know some regression techniques will take you to your like your time of death type thing. I haven't done that a single time. Like, we just have not been guided to do that. So it just depends on like how you were trained and what you're guided to do. We very much connected with the higher self and the oversouls to receive the guidance on what to do. So this last, or one of my more recent sessions was with our brother Shevann. Kayvon Fair. So you're welcome to look him up, as he is also a healer and a teacher. And he does have a school, and I think it's New Earth. I would have to look it up, but I'll put the information, I'll provide that for everyone. But on Facebook, you can look him up, Kayvon Fair. But he has some interesting messages come forward from Thor, our brother Thor, as well as his higher self, which is actually a fractal of the Andromedan oversoul. So really focusing in on that sovereignty and our energetic limitations that's actually connected to the social security system. And describing the purpose and why, how this social security system was designed. It was designed to limit us, but it also could, like if it was being used or monitored by benevolent beings, or if we had a benevolent government system, it could be beneficial. However, the people in charge just really aren't the most benevolent type of beings. And this is going back from, the 1930s and 1940s. So the timeline we actually went to was 1939, shortly after Social Security Administration was established, and there were certain amendments or changes that were being made at that time. And he actually had a position within the government where he would energetically monitor the response from the collective, because the government actually is very aware of our energetic nature. And this is how the government and ruling bodies, whether it be religion or the military industrial complex, has intentionally been limiting the collective and the experience by overseeing the belief systems and overall our energy energetically. And so when you place numbers on because really the social security number is really a way to identify your consciousness soul stream. And so when you do that, it gives the controlling forces, the cabal, the AI, computer programming, things of that nature, a way to single out your particular energy or groups of energies. And again, they could be beneficial, nice and loving. And if they were doing meditation groups like us, they'd be sending, if I picked out 10 or 1,000, social security numbers, I could totally send them love, healing, and expansion. However, that's just not the case. What they've been using it for has been really of a more malevolent or limiting means that they've been using the social securities for. Really just placing your energy in a box. And you don't reclaiming your sovereignty is exiting the system and that box and declaring that no one has authority or are able to interfere with your energy. Oh, I'm so sorry. Are we still not working on YouTube?
Unfortunately, the YouTube streaming, I don't know what, there has to be something that is blocking the restreaming from this platform. So I apologize to my YouTube following, and please be patient with me as I'm learning, as we all are learning. This is a lesson for all of us to just kind of go with the flow. And if things don't work out the way that we planned, it's okay. We just got to keep going. Just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
So for YouTube, there will be a delayed broadcast, and I will be posting the recording of this live session. So we're just going to continue on with our discussion in holding space. And again, I apologize to my YouTube followers. And, as I grow and learn more, I'm going to be online more often. This is also a time for myself to step out into my own authenticity and just be myself, just be me. And thank you, Shevann, for your support and for being here and helping me through this transition. And throughout my journey, as you had shared, I have had an aura session with you, which was completely, it helped me in so many ways to connect with my higher self and to open up that channel and network of my own inner guidance,
Mm-hmm.
which is very important because as we step into our sovereignty and we detach from systems of belief and things we're subscribing to, just in a spiritual way, in an energy way, what are we participating in? What are we lending our energy towards? We connect more in with ourselves and trusting ourselves, you know,
Mm-hmm.
trusting our own inner guidance, in our own knowing, in our knowing, and connecting with our higher self, because we are not just humans with a spirit. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So, and we're here to assist each other today. Shevann and I and others that have, come together. We have been holding space, and I'm just very happy to be able to be here and to do that for you, and I invite you also to hold space for others as well, those joining in. So I'm going to kind of just lead us into just kind of letting go of the worries of today, just getting into a peaceful space at this time. Just going to play a few little chimes a little bit. And I know that my internet connectivity isn't that good, so please bear with me. As we allow peace and harmony and serenity. Now, come within our field as we connect to our higher selves and to the earth, to all of the universe. Taking in a few deep breaths, breathing in that peace and love surrounding us now. Hold it for a few seconds and then exhale out all of our worries and cares that are not serving us. Just letting them just drift off as we connect further and further into ourselves, into our spiritual being. Breathing in a few more deep breaths now. Hold it for a few seconds. And letting go. Any thoughts that surface, just send love around them and allow them to just settle down and fade away at this moment. Feeling totally at peace. And I invite you now to visualize a beautiful platinum white glowing sphere coming down from the cosmos, coming down through our sun and coming down to connect with us now. Feeling that beautiful white light entering our crown. As we remember our spiritual nature, taking in a few deep breaths and continue breathing, going back to the breath. At any time, the thoughts or concerns, fears may arise. Just return to the breath and allow them to just settle down and fade. As we connect to our crowns and open up, beautiful light in our crowns, bringing that light down through now into our third eye, awakening our vision and clarity. Letting that light now travel down into our throat chakras, illuminating this space, allowing our voices to be heard from our spirit. This light is healing all restrictions that have been placed on us to speak our truth now. Let's speak for ourselves and others in love, to speak for the righteous. We are safe to speak our truth now. Bringing down that light now through our higher heart and our thymus, and connecting now into our beautiful heart space. This beautiful space that we have in our hearts is an energy center of our being. We are human beings with beautiful colors of different shades. We are all one in love and unity. Lighting up our hearts now, together in unity. And accepting ourselves unconditionally. I love myself unconditionally. And my love light attracts that which resonates with that of unconditional love and unity, bringing experiences to me that are my highest and greatest good, to celebrate my authenticity. That space is a beautiful light now. As we allow it to travel down with gratitude to our solar plexus in our energy center, connecting to the I am presence of who we are, as we are infinite beings. Just breathing into that energy, our power center. In this space, nothing can harm us. We shine and we transmute anything that no longer serves us for our highest and greatest good in love. We are connected to the divine light of love, and remembering that within this space. Breathing in and out now, releasing and clearing any obstacles that have caused fear and blocking us from connecting to our true nature. Clearing that with our beautiful platinum love light now. As this beautiful sphere of light travels now down into our sacral area, the area where we connect and create from, as we come into the remembrance, we are creators of our reality. That conscious light brings awareness to that now. We are creating all around us and reflecting our inner universe, our inner verse out to experience. And I declare now in this space that I choose to experience love. I clear all the experiences that I've had in fear now, that have awoken me to my divine energy, to my inner knowing of who I am. And I step forth knowing that I am an infinite being of love and light. And I create from this space loving experiences, loving relationships, prosperous endeavors of abundance, of love and prosperity to me now. And I receive that knowing that I am well deserving of all the love and positive experiences coming to me. That I'm already there. I'm already there. Bringing that energy to us now, clearing this beautiful space as it lights up. With love and gratitude, sending now that beautiful sphere of energy, beautiful love light, source light, down now into our roots, our root chakra. Connecting us to the earth. As human beings, we find our strength in knowing who we are, that we came here to live this life and to bring this beautiful light down into the earth and into our experience and our reality. I feel so proud of myself for all that I have faced to get here now. Give myself unconditional love for getting to this place of awareness of all the experiences that have awakened me. Fear that has arisen in my life that I have faced as a true warrior in this beautiful understanding of who I am in this experience. I give myself love and I allow myself to receive love and feel safe now as I step into my light of who I am, my authenticity, speaking my truth, loving myself unconditionally, and following my path. I am very thankful for all who has paved the way for me to be here now today. My ancestors, my family, my friends, my loved ones, my coworkers, my friends, and those who have stood in opposition, allowing me the experience to empower myself. Thank you. You are forgiven. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I thank you. I forgive myself as well. Letting that beautiful light ripple out into the earth. As we connect now further and deeper into our mother, our planet, Mother Earth, Gaia, Terra, Nova, stepping into remembrance of this connection. Connection that we have had through many lifetimes that we are now remembering. As our ancestors assist us too in this connection, our ascended ancestors and guides, and our star families, galactic energies and guides, and the angels. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Metatron, Sandalphon, and all the archangels that are wish to assist us now with connecting to the earth and illuminating our earth star chakras. Our earth star chakras are beneath our feet, about 12 inches beneath our feet. And our beautiful light is now traveling down, illuminating this beautiful chakra that connects us to the heart of the earth. As we deepen our connection and we feel that beautiful space lighting up now, we envision a coil of light sprouting from this beautiful chakra, bringing us down further and further into the earth, through the rock, through the grass, through all the beautiful elementals that are celebrating us, and the dragons carrying our energy down for us, assisting us. Playful, fun energy. Bringing that beautiful coil down, 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 through the lava, to the center of Mother Gaia, allowing the dragons now in the lava energy, the fire energy, to transmute what no longer serves us at this time. Releasing now our desires to move on from situations, cords, attachments, and energies, programs that no longer serve us now. Envision those things that hold us back from stepping into our true, authentic self, being transmuted by this beautiful light, this lava, this fire. And this fire is a special fire of Mother Gaia and Source that is illuminated now in a beautiful purple, violet flame, allowing the energies that no longer serve us, as life energies, cords, attachments, to now be instantly transmuted through Gaia into Source, as our angels carry this energy now, uplifting it and sending it back to Source, where it can experience anew as we let go. It no longer serves us now on our path. Traveling deeper and deeper now into the core of Gaia, her crystalline core. It's a beautiful crystalline light. As we are celebrated in this beautiful energy, celebrated for who we are, welcomed with love and gratitude. connecting into that beautiful light and remembrance, and feeling that energy now traveling up through our beautiful cord, through our feet, through all of our chakras, up into our heart, bringing the energy down from the grand central sun and the source energy and connecting it in our hearts. This beautiful dance of light emanating from our hearts. Remembering that we are conduits of this light, connecting to the earth and all the way through the cosmos, to the sun, to source. In that connection and in that established light that is now dancing around our hearts, we are emanating that out now, sending it to all the grid lines, all the points on the earth that serve as conduits to this light and this energy. All the trees as they regrow and restore, just like us. We are like trees with our beautiful roots planted in the earth and receiving that beautiful love from source down into our hearts. Breathing now from this space. Just breathe, continue breathing. Okay, from this beautiful space now, I'd like to declare my sovereignty. And I invite you to join in to declare your sovereignty as well. Coming from our heart with love. Okay. So if you'd like to hold your crystals or envision your crystals with you in your heart space. From this day forward, I declare I am a sovereign being. I am awake and free from all internal and external destructive control frequencies and harmonics that create obstructive discord and separation. I am free from all cords and attachments and energies that no longer serve my highest and greatest good. I revoke any consent I may have given for any being to use my energy or to pull energy from me. for malevolent wishes. And I pull my energy back now to me, in my sovereignty, for me to create and for us to create, for the highest good of all. All malevolent beings that hurt others are now awakened to heart consciousness and source light and awareness, sending them love in their transmutation back to source. There is peace, love, and harmony within us and all around us. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you. Thank you for being in this space, in this now moment. Which is also reflective of stepping out of time restrictions, because you can join this at any time of your time in your now moment, and you will be with us in unity. And as we follow our hearts through the flow of more and more of stepping into following our intuition and following our hearts to where we need to be at the now moment, we will discover that we are freeing ourselves more and more from the restrictions of time, freeing ourselves, stepping into our sovereignty, reclaiming our light, reclaiming our energy, reclaiming our power as conscious creators and conduits of source light, of love light, and stewards of Gaia, human beings who respect our planet and love our planet deeply. For our planet sustains us and gives us life and energy. As we move into creating what's the highest and greatest good of all, everyone is abundant. Everyone is free. Everyone is prosperous. Everyone is in joy and in bliss. Moving out of fear, all the fear programs, slave programs, programs that keep us from speaking our truth. Total acceptance of ourselves and loving ourselves. Thank you for being here with me today. So we breathe in that beautiful energy around us and declare our sovereignty and choose a better experience for ourselves. The power to choose and stepping into our free will to choose a greater experience. I'm exercising that now. My power to choose a greater experience for myself and for all. I'd like to also to send love light now. All the places on the earth that need restoration of this beautiful light and love. All the areas of the earth who have suffered destructive forces and fires, tsunamis, and earthquakes, as our Mother Earth moves and shakes to awaken us to this light. Sending love now. And rippling that love out. Rainbow waves of love, light. I'd like to share a spoken word, being guided to share my spoken word now, this time, because it's kind of reflected of this energy. So just breathe a little bit as I send you love. I'm going to hold my Andara chakra. My Andara crystal. I probably have an Andara chakra. Okay, so it's funny. I awaken from a dream within a dream. All things separate and dense. The wounded wombs of mother ache, causing intolerant volcanic eruptions. Unaware fools scratch their way to the top, erasing all of who they are. They're missing the overstanding that the true power is within. I'm letting go now. I'm letting myself fly. Because real love isn't selfish, it's brave. No fear. I'm going to be me, authentically, and not give a damn what anyone thinks. Love is supposed to be unconditional. So I give myself that. And I'm waking up, 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 out of this reoccurring dream. Thank you. This is a reflection and expression of myself as a conscious creator, connecting to my higher self and remembering who I am and expressing myself through art, opening my voice, speaking my truth, and creating. Sending out lots of love for you to find that creation point within yourself as well. To remember that you are a conscious creator as well. And tapping into that energy of who you are and celebrating that in all your expressions, whether it be dance, song, cooking, arrangement of different things in your space, creating your space, building a community, bringing people together, sending love to all, allowing yourself to have infinite expressions of yourself in ways that you can express yourself. It doesn't have to just be someone that draws or paints. You are a creator. Paying attention to what you're creating as well. There's often times where I am creating some things, in my experience, where I'm just like, I don't think that's something that's in alignment with myself. So I'm just go back and I'm going to, in this moment, take a few deep breaths and not allow those energies to shift and move me around. I'm going to stand my ground, find my center again, and bring in that beautiful love light to myself, forgiving myself for being off balance for a moment as I step back into balance. That's all we need to do, is just keep stepping back into balance little by little, as much as we can. Grounding ourselves and keeping that energy steady. Okay. Bringing that energy in steady now. I'd like to open up the space now for a little bit more discussion. If you'd like to add anything, Shevann. Oh, your beautiful energy is so appreciated. Thank you so much for being here and for holding space here. I allow you to speak. I'm going to check the chats and to see if there is anybody that has any questions that would like me to address it now. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Beautiful meditation. And I also love that you use the chimes. The chimes to me are a very fairy energy. And even with the stage and the transition we're in right now, I am feeling that fairy energy coming in really strong, as the fairies are very, even though they're higher, they are higher dimensionally than we are, they are still maintaining that very earthly vibration. So they will be very instrumental in assisting us to transition to the fifth dimension. So it's definitely feeling that fairy energy with your chimes. Thank you. And to speak more on the wolf energy, since I returned from New Mexico in November, I've gotten a few crystals, and two of them is a rose quartz wolf and an black obsidian wolf. And to me, what I've been feeling with these energies is, of course, the obsidian's really helping with that transmutation, but the rose quartz adding that element of love and support and comfort, and basically smoothing out that transition. So it's not such basically a direct impact or a jolt, because some people are experiencing some rough ascension or transition symptoms, or having problems integrating the energy, which is why many of us have been coming forward for many years, doing the best we can to assist people with preparing them for this time now. So it is harder on those that have not been really tuning in to do the deep work. They might have been doing some more kind of surface work. They hadn't really taken the time to really focus on themselves, because the healing that's required is almost like a secondary job, if not your primary. And really, as a transition team, a lot of us realize that the healing work is actually our primary job, because that's what's necessary to transition us to the fifth dimension. And by the way, we are assisting others. So we had to get in position. We had to get prepared and walk this path in order to assist others. So yes, it is tough on some people, and that's why we are holding space. Ooh, excuse me. And a lot of times when I have that, like when we're when we're transmuting on a large scale, I often will get a tickle in my throat. We were talking about that earlier. But yes, we're really holding space for others, because some people will be, unsure. They might panic a little. Their first thought, especially with the programming in our society, is to run to the doctor, and the doctors really are not mindful or trained in ascension. It's been kept hidden from them. A lot of them are just unaware. So they might put you on prescriptions or things of that nature, and that's really not going to help your transition process. Of course, if it's needed for a short period of time because your symptoms are really, really exaggerated or causing pain, that do the best you can. But I would encourage you to, along the process, of course, be looking for natural remedies, energetic remedies. More on the messages from Thor and our brother Shevann, I would definitely encourage you to go to my YouTube channel, which is Blueray ATF, and you can also find me on Facebook, Shevann Hill, to actually receive the full messages of those sessions. Well, it was a two-part. Well, I basically edited it into two parts because the sessions can be quite long. So they're both about maybe an hour apiece, but really going into some details about that sovereignty, continuing to basically release your energy as Rose was guiding us through so gracefully, releasing our energy from external influences and what it means to reclaim our sovereignty. More information about the transition to the fifth dimension, Nova Gaia. Some people, Mother Gaia has multiple names, and she has multiple aspects of herself. Let me see, what else do I want to go into? He actually gives some beautiful descriptions of the women of Cassiopeia and Andromeda. I thought was interesting. Talks about some Toltec energy, some great information. So I will just, we'll post the link if you want to get into that. Let me see what else. Well, that's all that's coming to me right now. Oh, well, maybe I should share this from Mother Gaia. Like one of the things when I was tuning in, it was actually early this morning, but they were really expanding on a message I had received when I was in the rock quarry, maybe December, so last month, where Mother Gaia was really coming forward saying not to worry about her. Mother Gaia, like you said, will continue to experience some different shifts, some different what we look at as disasters, which it does directly impact the people in that area. We're not, dismissing or ignoring that it is causing an issue. Some people's houses are burning or flooding and things of that nature. But this is very necessary for Mother Gaia's transition. Very similar to what it looks like when we as individuals go through the dark night of the soul. It is a purging of a large amount of lower vibrational, dense trauma energy as she transitions. But the fear and the worry energy is not what's going to help her restore herself. So whether or not you're gathering in meditation, or, if you're sending your energy as an individual and in meditation, send her love and compassion, healing, help her transmute the energy, but not fear energy. Some people are panicking. Some people are thinking, oh, this is interference by the dark ones and things of that nature. But the fear energy will only exaggerate maybe some of the more traumatic purging. and more devastation, which we don't want to add to that. I know some people are just unaware, but we really want to radiate that love. Like even during the meditation we just did, I just felt like rays of golden light radiating in all directions from our heart chakra. That's the type of energy you want to send out to Mother Gaia and to the collective, because there are lots of people that don't understand what's going on. And so we're holding space for them so that it's not so traumatic on their system, helping them to transmute and helping them to connect more to their higher selves. Because it is a much easier ride, a more compassionate ride, peaceful ride, when you actually understand what's going on. When you don't, it can be kind of traumatic and scary because you have no idea what's going on. So just continue to spread the message. Be the light, be the example. That's the best thing you can do. The more healing you do for yourself, the more efficient and effective you can be for those around you. In your circle, far and wide, soul groups, soul family. We're all connected, regardless of your origin. Humans in their natural state, their original state, very loving. But there has been a lot of interference, and that's what the third dimensional and the fourth dimensional experience is about. Playing with or experiencing what is it like to have, this was the message coming from Mother Gaia, thank you. But what is it like to have all these people playing in your energy field? And basically, like one of the reasons why we were getting over and over again to master your thoughts, because in the higher dimensions, you do create a lot faster. So they allowed us to play with these dark energies in these lower dimensions, partly because the manifestation rates, like the rate that we manifest is a lot slower based on our thoughts, because we're playing with dark energy, we're playing with darker concepts such as I don't love myself, I'm not worthy, I don't like this person, all these concepts in separation. It is actually safer for the soul to play with them down here because it doesn't manifest instantly. And so that's why Mother Gaia doesn't want us to worry about her, because there are higher aspects, higher dimensional aspects of Mother Gaia that are fully whole and complete. Even like what we're witnessing here is the byproduct of our thoughts and how we've thought about ourselves and how we've thought about each other. So basically, the faster we ascend, the faster we heal, the faster we connect to our divine nature. Remember how divine human beings are, earth origin beings, whether you're earth origin, starseed, angelic, another galaxy, it's all divine. But we played around here. We've seen what happens when you don't love yourself. We see what happens when you're traumatized and then you're interacting with other people and what type of damages or repercussions we have. We've seen it all. There's really not much more to experience in these darker levels, and it's time to come out. And as we come out and we guide each other out through the light with our light, radiating our light as that example, and we're guiding each other, we are walking through this together. But don't get me wrong, we'll keep walking. Some people will have to catch up later, but we're really walking through this together. And as we help people through that bridge, we will connect with those higher aspects of Mother Gaia, where she is whole, where she has not been decimated, where her water is pure, her air is pure, the trees are still alive and well. So yes, that was like some more expanding messages that were coming in earlier this morning.
Thank you. Shevann, can you explain a little bit about your shirt that you're wearing today? What is that? The umbrella there that you're wearing represent?
Yes, the Umbrella Academy. So it was so funny because I don't know, for whatever reason, Ricky Gervais just came to my mind, but how he was talking about, all the good shows are on Netflix now. So the Umbrella Academy is a Netflix show. Unfortunately, as of right now, they're not getting a third season, although I've continued to add my energy and my vote for a third season. Oh, no, I take that back. The Umbrella Academy actually only had one season. So I do believe they're getting a second season. I'm thinking about 2 other shows where they canceled them. The OA is not getting their 3rd season as of right now, or last time I heard. And who else is not getting another season? There's a few other shows that I really love. But okay, so the Umbrella Academy should be getting a second season, but the primary concept of the Umbrella Academy is healing and restoring timelines. But they also had an interfering group called the what were they called? Oh my gosh, called the does it start with a C? Look, I'm gonna have to ask the children. Hey, what was that that group on the Umbrella Academy that's trying to stop everybody? The negative group on the Umbrella Academy. Thank you. See, I knew it. They're so helpful. The commission, I knew it started with a C. It was like right there. The commission, basically representing the cabal. They're trying to maintain the negative timelines. And as many of us know, this is a temporal or a timeline war, where basically as energetic beings, we actually exist on multiple timelines. And actually the work and the healing we're doing here is collapsing or integrating timelines back into source. So on the Umbrella Academy, they were playing with the idea or demonstrating or giving an example of the idea of timelines. And there was a timeline where the earth was going to be destroyed, and the commission was trying to maintain that negative timeline, which I really still don't get why the Dark Ones or the commission want to maintain negative, destructive timelines, but I'm not trying to understand that because we really don't care, because we're here to ascend the planet, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, no one can logically explain to me what is the purpose of demolishing a planet. I don't get it. Like, it's just the ultimate experience of separation and not understanding your connection to all beings. So that's like total polarization, like, you know. So anyway, so basically on the Umbrella Academy, like even the way they end it, you know, they kind of jump back in time again with the sister or the individual that caused, basically that was directly the cause of the destruction of Earth. And they're like, we have to fix her. But really it's another way of saying we have to heal, because that's the only way to ascend the planet. I even just finished watching The Travelers. Did you watch The Travelers on Netflix?
No, I haven't. Not yet. I'll have to check
It's
that out.
like I said, some good shows. If you watch The Travelers, they actually have an AI computer assisting them. But no matter what they do, they try, you know, because they travel back in time too, which is kind of like basically symbolic of what we've done. Some of us have projected our consciousness forward in time. Some of us have projected our consciousness backwards in time to assist this timeline so that it does not perish, which it's not. But in The Travelers, they have this AI program that's assisting them. Now in that TV show, the AI is actually doing what they're instructing it to do, and it is trying its best to prevent the destruction of mankind. However, no matter what they do, it's not actually affecting the timelines in the future in a positive way. They actually went through 3 seasons and they can't figure this out. There's one older guy on the TV show, or at least his consciousness is older, but he's actually in a younger body, a younger male that's still in high school. He's like the only one that meditates in the whole series. The only one that meditates. He'll get people to meditate with him sometimes, but 3 seasons and they still can't figure out that the only way they are ascending the planet and saving humanity is for them to connect to their higher selves. And it's like that one little hint. But even he really still doesn't understand the significance of meditation other than calming his mind. He hasn't really explored beyond that on this TV show. And no matter what they do, they cannot heal the timelines, you know, basically because they're depending on this AI program to do it for them. And like I said, it seems to be operating within what its directives. But truly, the only thing that's going to free humanity, your only true sovereignty, is integrating and connecting to your higher self, which is your truest, highest version of you. And that is true sovereignty. is connecting to that. Like if you are not integrating your higher self, if you haven't started like understanding, like once you start to understand the real purpose of that, that is what's really freeing you from the control, manipulation, deceit, or total dependence on others, which is kind of tied into the social security system, depending on the government, depending on social security, depending on benefits, depending on these things that are external energies to yourself. Sovereign beings don't actually need a government. And these concepts are actually discussed in certain sacred texts, such as the Bible. So,
Mm-hmm.
and so we're still exploring those ideas and really gaining a better understanding at this point in time.
Thank you. And also, like in the sessions that you do, that allows people to connect to their higher self as well. So like through the aura sessions, because
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have that connection, you're not feeling that there are healers such as you that can assist them with that connection, and myself as well, to allow people to have a smoother transition and to open up more clarity in that channel, to allow them to connect further and further into their higher self till they get to a point where they're just directly following the intuition and connecting with their higher self, and they have that direct communication. And that's the goal for all of us, to assist one another during the transition, to be able to connect to that energy and to know who they are as a spirit and as a soul, and connecting into their higher self and their higher frequencies, and bringing that energy down and receiving that guidance from their self, really, from their higher self,
Yes.
and connecting with everyone, and knowing in unity we're all one. And myself,
Yes, yes. And one,
yep, go ahead, add to it.
sorry. Yeah, it was just coming to me. Yeah, it was just coming to me, like to remember that before you really start awakening and tuning in, there's a lot of people that think they know themselves, but they identify with labels. I'm male, I'm female, I'm this person, I'm that person, I'm married, I'm not, I'm, the head of this, I graduated in this, I experienced this. And you exist beyond all of these things. And you actually are more than your thoughts, and even getting more into this wolf energy, like because it really started coming in strong in New Mexico, which we were already discussing or exploring topics around sovereignty. But with the wolf energy, what we were like being shown, we went to a wolf sanctuary and they were explaining, like wolves, it took about 40,000 years from their understanding to domesticate them into dogs. And really, that's what the natural human has been conditioned. It has been conditioned into a lesser state of themselves, depending on external powers, basically external powers, depending on the education system, depending on the religious system, depending on politics, depending on all these other concepts, doctors, all these things, which they could be beneficial if they were assisting. But once you take the role as your authority, then it's out of balance. And even with the wolf energy, which I know we love our dogs, but your dogs have higher selves. Your dogs are spirits and souls. So it's just really getting back into the natural state of how you would exist connected to your higher self, having that intuition, having that guidance and that discernment. So,
Yes, I love the wolf energy. That was one of the first energies of like an animal totem that actually came to me, was the wolf. So yeah,
mm-hmm.
it's amazing how full circle I'm around here now and discussing the energies of the full wolf moon in 2020 now, and being able to hold space and sovereignty
Mm-hmm.
for others. in that beautiful wolf totem energy that first came to me to awaken me. So now
Can you
allowing that to,
please,
yeah.
can you please show off your painting?
Oh,
I
yes.
love that particular painting and the energy. I love
Oh,
it.
okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Here we go. All right. So, you know, as you guys, many of you know, I'm an artist. I love to paint. And I allowed myself to just go with the flow in these type of styles of painting now. And actually connecting with my partner because he's a musician. So it was a fun way for us to co-create together. You know, he was doing the music. He does music production. His name's Venerable. I'll put the link to his page in the comments. And he makes beautiful music. So as he was doing the music, I was painting the underpainting for this, and I was allowing myself to scratch the painting and do a whole bunch of different motions, bringing that energy in. And as I was bringing the energy in and creating with it, I was also being guided by some visions that I was receiving of this sort of galactic time traveler being. And she also has a male counterpart as well. It's just escaping the restrictions of time. I was going through that as I was creating this and kind of awakening that within myself and realizing that love is the key. Many of us are gatekeepers, key keepers and gatekeepers
Mm-hmm.
of that energy. So funny. And actually today I have a key with me. I find keys all over the place. I actually found a key that said Grace on it that
Beautiful.
I that I keep within my stuff. So it's just like different reminders, you know, and synchronicities that pop up just to give you like that confirmation. And I was getting very involved in interested in sacred geometry and geometric shapes within nature and the natural shapes that occurs. My flower of life on as well. And this pattern came to me, this sacred geometry, which is Metatron's cube, as a protection energy that just really got intrigued by that and allowing myself to connect spiritually with that energy and creatively as well, and allowing myself to realize myself as a conscious creator and connecting into that beautiful frequency of life force energy and creation energy and source energy, angelic energy of Archangel Metatron. So this piece here, it also represents the galactic shamans. As many of us on this call and listening in are also probably galactic shamans. You know, we've been called here. We have a lot.
Definitely, definitely.
Yes. So just stepping into that energy, and also this represents the divine feminine energy coming into our solar plexus. Whether you're male or female, we have this beautiful divine feminine energy that we can work and create with, connecting to our higher self in balance with, of course, with the divine masculine energy, and creating through our intuition, connecting to ourself spiritually, and understanding our higher aspects and bringing that in, and being leaders and stewards in bringing in this energy as well. There is definitely a lot of you know, leadership energy, stepping into your power and your strength. So this painting, I'm going to be selling prints of it in the near future. for those who feel that they'd like to purchase one of these for their home. I know Shevann really would love to have one. And you know what? You're going to be the first one to receive a beautiful one of these paintings.
Oh, thank you, sister. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. So, and you can connect with any of my work on redrosegrace.com of my artwork that I sell and my spoken word poetry, redrosegrace.com, and including the one that I had just shared with you. And Shevann, before we go, would you like to share how people can contact you online?
Yes, yes, absolutely. So again, on Facebook, it is Shevann Hill. You're welcome to message me, send me a friend request, ask me questions, get more information about sessions, readings, divine unions and twin flames. I do Facebook Lives as well on YouTube. It is Blueray ATF. And I would actually separate it when you search it. I also did post the part number 1 and part number 2 for Thor's messages, which is an angelic universal regression alchemy, which I have multiple on my YouTube channel. Even one that actually speaks about the transition to the new earth, Nova Gaia, which I asked as many questions as I could to try to get a better understanding of what that actually looks like. But lots of messages on my YouTube and Facebook, as well as if you would like to email me, it is Blueray ATF. So BLUERAYATF @gmail.com. And I definitely look forward to speaking with you or connecting with you and assisting you. And again, with the Angelic Universal Regression Alchemy sessions, it is purely a platform to connect with your higher self and your guides. I do not provide any messages. I do not provide any guidance. Like, it is totally from your higher self. I do assist with healing as directed by your higher self or other angelic beings, depending on who is coming forward to assist you. So yes, well, you're welcome to message me anytime. Also, when we connect, because we do connect through Zoom online, I am able to connect with basically anybody, anywhere, any country. As energetic beings, we are not bound by space and time, especially when doing higher self connections and healing. So yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, Shevann, for being here, for sharing your beautiful light and messages and holding space. And I highly recommend everyone to reach out to Shevann, to join her groups on Facebook. And would you like to share your Facebook group as well?
Yeah, I was going to say, I do have a twin flame and starseed ascension group. Also, like, if you go to my YouTube channel, if you want to take a look, there is a meditation that I posted that Red Rose, Grace, and others of us, we actually have a smaller meditation group. We meet bi-weekly. If you want an idea of how those meditations go, of course, today was a good idea. And then also there is a section that I posted on Facebook that actually has a very important Andromedan alchemy symbol. So I would definitely encourage you to connect with that particular YouTube video to help us continuing to ground in energies, as the Milky Way galaxy did separate or fall from. When they talk about the fall, it was an actual physical fall from the Andromedan galaxy, as they are the mother father galaxy of this Milky Way galaxy. So there are many galactic energies assisting us. If you would like to also connect in and help assist in grounding Andromedan energies, there is an Andromedan alchemy portal symbol that you can connect with that is on my YouTube channel. And you're definitely welcome to message me if you would like to join in our meditation group. as Red Rose and several others of us meet bi-monthly, so twice a month on Sundays.
Beautiful. Yes, I enjoy and look forward to our meditation group. It's been a really expansive and transformational group that's allowed me to be able to connect with others in that space and really go through these transitions of ascension with others that are, you know, going through it. So definitely encourage anyone who feels called to join us. It's a beautiful group. And yes, thank you so much, Shevann.
And I want to send a special, special thank you to you as well, sister. Um, just moving by your guidance, moving as guided by the higher self, bringing us together today. I just really love like being that example and watching you and others, but watching you in particular as you have evolved and you're stepping out and you're radiating. Like that throat chakra is very important with the feminine energy, and I have seen it demonstrated time and time again with different sisters that I've connected with, and I definitely recognize you as a sister, and I am so honored to be of service with you in our co-creations in multiple platforms. And again, as one of the Ascension groups on the planet today, such a beautiful time to be alive. And I definitely honor you and appreciate you, dear sister. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shevann. I honor and love you and thank you as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. I'd like to send a special thank you out to those who have been commenting on Facebook: Stephanie, Penny, April, Linda, Andrea. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm going to get better and better at this. But this today really was about just stepping out, opening up my throat chakra and being able to express myself, getting out there on live video and facing that. We did have a little hiccup on the YouTube channel, but I'm going to be streaming this again on YouTube. So make sure you head over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. It's Red Rose Grace on YouTube and Red Rose Grace on Facebook and online. I also have an Instagram channel, which is Red Rose Grace Art. And my email is redrosegraceart@gmail.com. If you're interested in a session with me, I do sound healing. I do angelic Reiki healing as well, which is similar to Shevann's healing, but it's just through a Reiki where I will be clearing out energies and aligning you to your higher self. And I offer workshops as well on my Patreon page, which is patreon.com/redrosegrace. And I invite you to join me at a small contribution. You can join us. We do live chatting. I have different options and available sharings that I share exclusively to my Patreon followers. So thank you so much. And again, my website is redrosegrace.com, and I invite you to follow me and to connect with me again. So in closing out, I'd like to finish up and wrap this up with a closing spoken word, just to send out some more love and bring all this energy in to all of you. Thank you with love and gratitude. We are all energy. We are all energy. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm going to find my center again. I feel I need to start with the Spanish version. Okay. I'm sorry. Like Spirit wants me to do the Spanish one. Okay. I'm going to go Spanish first. Todo es energía. Tú y yo somos energía, polvo de estrellas. Piensa positivo. Recibes lo que das. Y el ciclo continúa. Abre tu corazón y descubre el león en ti. El miedo y el amor no pueden prosperar juntos. Así que elijo el amor. Everything is energy. You and I, we are energy. Stardust. Think positive thoughts. You receive what you give. And the cycle continues. Open up your heart and discover the lion within. Fear and love cannot prosper within the same space. So, I choose love. Love, love is the key. Love travels, transforms, and transcends. Love. Thank you all for being here and following your love light here to this space now. Much love and gratitude. And have a great day. Much love.
Namaste.
Namaste.